Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 7. I'm Kuri. You're watching the part 2 of the semi-final round of this competition, where the task for our teams is to come up with viable marketing solutions for the case study by Hindustan Unilever's PureIt. The teams must help build brand relevance to increase the penetration of water purifiers in India, explore innovative channels and routes to market for PureIt to outpace market growth, and recommend innovative activations to drive the brand on the emerging e-commerce channel. Alright, and with that, it's time to meet the jury panel for the day that will decide the fate of all the teams to come up. First up, we have Anant Rangaswamy from CNBC TV 18. Next, we have Venkatesh Babu Ramanathan, Global Brand Director for PureIt, and Shivam Puri, General Manager for Water, India Business from Hindustan Unilever. Welcome, judges. The three teams today to face the jury are Team Lime Soda Bottle Openers from IIM Indore, Team Vitamin A from MICA, and Team Spacers from SP Jain, Mumbai. First up, we have Team Lime Soda Bottle Openers. Welcome, team. You have 3 minutes on the clock to make your presentation, at the end of which we will sound a buzzer, followed by a Q&A with the jury. You ready? Your time starts now.
Our TG was SEC A and B, which we categorized into households and individuals. Households were further classified into users who were the incumbents and non-users who were ignorants. That is, people who can afford but do not consider water purifier a part of their lifestyle, and hesitants who are skeptic about the perceived benefits of water purifier. Our research predominantly revolved around understanding as to why non-users were reluctant to purchase water purifiers. The striking insights we generated are: first, non-users believe that low-cost purifiers do not provide any real purification, while high-cost purifiers do not justify its price. They are stuck in the middle with a dearth of choice. Second, unlike household appliances like TV, fridge, etc., water purifier as a category has not yet crossed the chasm. It is still thought of as a good to have rather than a must-have product. Coming to the big idea, to address the first insight, we propose that PureIt launch a product in the rupees 4,000 to 7,000 segment which provides maximum utility to value seekers. To address the second insight, we suggest an effective marketing plan to develop awareness and increase adoption of PureIt.
For the product launch, we suggest the product PureIt Delight with UF Plus nanotechnology, a scaled-down version of the RO Plus UV product at an attractive price of rupees 4,999. To tap the lucrative individual segment, we have proposed a trendy personal purifier bottle called PureIt Mini with nanotechnology at a price of rupees 449. The first objective of our marketing plan is to build awareness about PureIt brand, and that is first by increasing touch points with key influencers like children and women. Children through an animated PureIt mascot in ads, games, and women through placement of PureIt products in daily soaps, cookery, and reality shows. Second, by becoming the water partner for sports events such as IPL and selling PureIt merchandise. And third is to engage customers through social media and campaigns and hashtags like Nahi Chalta Hai, Don't Boil It, PureIt. The second objective of our marketing plan, which is to encourage adoption, can be achieved through increasing trialability by installing PureIt water purifier at famous eating joints such as Chappan in Indore, Chowpatty in Mumbai, railway stations and airport lounges, and opening H2O stores in malls and metro stations to provide pay-per-use water. Second, run a campaign projecting PureIt as an ideal gift for all occasions. And third, strategic tie-ups with health insurance companies.
For rural markets, some key suggestions are: promote PureIt and the latest Haath Muh or Bum campaign on Kankhajura Station, low-cost solutions such as purified water on rent, promotion through PureIt vans. Apart from the existing channels, new channels recommended are: first, tie up with pharmacies like MedPlus, Apollo, which can act as effective points of trigger. Second, tie-ups with builder to pre-install purifiers in houses. Third, opening exclusive branded store to showcase the wide assortment of PureIt products. And fourth, general trade, especially to sell GKK and sippers. For the e-commerce channel, we propose a 3-step approach of acquiring traffic by affiliated marketing and online referrals, engaging customers through online competition and Know Your Water tool, where we give out purifier suggestion based on users' area, and converting them through strategies such as online storefront, bundling and cross-selling.
So there are these two insights that you have generated. I really didn't understand how you are making the most of your insight number one, which is about saying that low-cost purifiers do not provide the right purification. And considering that PureIt has a fairly large low-cost portfolio, how are you answering that?
Basically, the product that PureIt has currently in the low-end market, that perceived benefit is not properly communicated. So what people, they think that low-end purifiers are not, they are not providing them efficient purification.
Is that a category problem or is that a PureIt problem?
So I would like to add to it. What happens is, if you look at PureIt's communication for the low-end purifiers, they do not mention...
the question. Is it a PureIt problem or is it a category problem?
Yeah, so they do not mention which technology they use. Where you look at competitors, they are clearly mentioning the kind of technology. So that is one issue that we have identified, and apart from that, clearly the perception is that it does not provide good
So how are you
purification.
answering that perception?
So our marketing plan talks about how we can improve awareness and adoption through trialability. So once they get to use the water, they believe in the product and they see that yes, it's actually good water, and that's when they'll adopt it.
We're talking about PureIt being an ideal gift. So the task that you have in terms of saying I need to cross a chasm, is that the best sort of message that you could use?
So to cross the chasm, we have touched all the elements of marketing mix, right from product, price, based promotion. So we have introduced a product. Now we have a product range right from 500 to 20,000. Now we want to build a campaign around that, saying that we don't want to instill fear in the mind of consumers.
Why?
We don't want, because as a part of our plan, we want to project it as a happy product which can bring happiness in your life by gifting, etc. And then we are looking out for innovative channels, and we are also conscious on price.
Positioning it as an ideal gifting sort of a device, is that the best way to cross the chasm? I come back to the question.
So if you look at a second insight, talks about how it's not a part of their lifestyle, it's just a good to have product. So what we are doing is, first thing, when you talk about the gifting, so gifting is something that you do very often, and that's something you do with your friends and family. So if we kind of induce this feeling in the customers that this is one of the other white goods that are available, and it's something that should be, it's a necessary part of your life. If you look at the channel that we have suggested also, we are talking about builders. So if we kind of convince the builders and tie up with them, saying that we need to have pre-installed water purifiers, just like
that's a B2B. That's a B2B sale, no?
No,
you don't need all this.
That's going to become a part of their lifestyle, just like how gas pipelines or chimneys are now being pre-installed. So that's almost becoming a necessity now in a lot of places.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's time to take a short break. On the other side, the team from MICA makes its presentation. That's up in just a bit. Welcome back. You're watching part 2 of the semi-final round on Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 7. And the next team to make its presentation in front of the jury, Team Vitamin M from MICA. Girls, you all know the rules. You'll have 3 minutes on the clock to make your presentation, at the end of which I will sound a buzzer, followed by a Q&A with the jury. All set? Yes. Put your best foot forward. Good luck. Your 3 minutes starts now.
As we understand from the case, the water purifier market hasn't registered a lot of growth in urban areas in India. While both social marketing and prestige messaging have been tried for the category, research among the target audience has shown that 1. People don't buy a purifier unless there is an external trigger such as illness, and 2. The purifier category is viewed as dull and not engaging. There are also barriers about servicing and wanting visibly clean water. Thus, our challenge is to A. Achieve market penetration through spearheading a behavioral change, B. Make PureIt stand out from other purifiers and make the category more exciting, and C. Explore new channels and routes to market to be present for consumers through the right medium at the right time. Overall, we want to increase share of voice, digital engagement, and have top-of-mind recall in the water purifier category. So who are we talking to? Our consumers are SEC A and B, 25 to 50. They have been told time and again of the dangers of drinking non-purified water, but seem satisfied with the status quo. Breakneck-paced lifestyles make it easier for them to grab a cola, sip from a tap, or just avoid drinking enough water altogether. Thus, our big idea is for them to own up and clean up. The own up invites them to admit their habits when it comes to drinking water so they can actively work on changing them, while clean up instills in them an urgency to drink clean and safe water. This campaign will try to make drinking purified water an important part of consumer lifestyle and hence make PureIt top of the mind in category. Own Up and Clean Up will operate across various channels, BTL, e-commerce and ATL activations, taking into account health and fitness trends of our TG.
Among new channels, we will use gamification and release an app with an interactive game. The app will have a one-click to service option, product information and links to purchase. The same game will be used in trade fairs through gaming kiosks to create engagement. We suggest partnerships with gyms and beauty salons, B2B selling to schools and offices, etc. Coming to e-commerce, since our consumers find demos necessary in this category, we will facilitate these on e-commerce platforms, and our activation will be to give cashbacks to consumers for buying other HUL products, thereby increasing the basket size. In BTL, we will get people to own up to not drinking enough water. A vending machine with a digital call to action will become active in the hottest hours of the day during summer to combat both the heat and the competition from bottled water. Among ATL activations, we plan to build relevance through TVCs and YouTube and wine videos focused on a glass of purity or just what one glass of water can do to you. Integrated with this is our print campaign. We will attach inflatable cups to newspaper inserts and focus on the message of one glass of purity through Facebook and Instagram, where these collectible cups can be customized and shown off. We will also have a microsite and partner with beauty and fitness blogs. And tapping the bottom of the pyramid, we suggest a mobile wallet scheme in rural markets using existing systems such as Kirana shops and the Shakti network. Partnership with micro warehousing firms such as Connect India will ensure last mile delivery. And thus, we believe that focused marketing in terms of addressing the value drivers of the category will set PureIt apart and re-energize the category. Thank you.
So that was a nice presentation with lots of ideas. First question is, what is the consumer understanding that underlies this entire own up and clean up? What are they supposed to own up to, and why do you believe that all these bad habits exist?
So right now in the purifier market, the biggest problem that we have is that we have to bring about a behavioral change so that consumers will buy our products. So the increasing trend that we see is that there are a lot of people moving towards health and fitness, but at the same time when it comes to drinking water, they just take it for granted. So just drinking from a bottled water, or like just drinking bottled water, or just taking a sip from a normal tap water seems okay to them, even though they are busy going to gyms and having healthy food otherwise.
So what do they own up to?
What am I supposed to own up to?
Yeah, so what they're owning up to is the fact that they might go to a gym, but later on they'll grab a cola on the way. And during summers, they will not keep themselves hydrated and they will not drink.
So own up to healthy habits.
Yeah, I'll own up to healthy habits. I will
that they
drink
have.
good water.
Yeah, so our idea is for them to own up and clean up, as in the sense that by owning up, they're going to admit to the fact that, okay, we have a bad drinking habit and we can change that through purified water. And clean up is where we talk to them about what water can do for you and what purifier as a category will better your lifestyle.
Don't you think this is a fairly complicated way to make such a simple communication to customers? You took almost 1 minute to explain the idea right now. How many consumers do you think will immediately grab up this idea? That's first question. Second, I don't know, I somehow find the entire presentation quite elitist, if I were to say so. It doesn't even seem to be trending towards SEC B. It's almost SEC A and A plus kind of a targeting.
And only digital natives, no digital immigrants.
Yeah. So is there a reason why you've done that, or it's just happened on its own?
So a part of it is based on our research. So we've done some research among both the TGs like SEC A, and also we've done some research among rural
SEC A and rural.
SEC A, B and rural, and we've done a few retail visits where we've talked to like general people who are selling the purifiers also.
So what are you doing to target those customers apart from Shakti Ammas?
So one thing is that we thought of product placement in GECs and in TV shows that they generally watch. So although movies is big there, even bigger is a TV show like Diya or Bati Hum. So they really relate to that particular show pattern. So we have a radio station from where we keep getting calls about this particular show and what's being told on that.
Apart from Shakti Ammas, if we partner with a firm like Connect India, which ensures last mile delivery and ties up with the Kirana stores, we can do like micro warehousing, teach them how to service these products in the rural areas, so that the areas that are not, maybe Shakti Ammas can sell, but the servicing is not what they can do. So something like a Connect India, which ensures an additional source of income for a Kirana guy, will be helpful. And for that Kirana store person, I mean, it's just an additional source of income.
So tell me, you spoke about product place, and I'm intentionally focusing on rural right now because, as I said, the presentation seems too elitist. But tell me, what's the issue for a rural consumer? Why don't they think they need a water purifier? And what are you doing for them to start to believe that they need one and hence buy one?
So we think the problem is of inertia. Basically, they have been using water from wells and taps and local water that's coming for quite some time. And unless there's an illness, so for example, if there's something that's going wrong, if there are kidney stones that a village is having a problem, then suddenly a doctor will suggest.
So how would your ideas resolve that?
The other thing that we're trying to do is also to like an Empani sort of a model where we're trying to give them an incentive to understand more about water purifiers and why more water purifiers. We're suggesting a mobile wallet scheme for them. So the reason for this is that the mobile penetration is really very high, even in rural areas right now, even more than safe water solutions. We're finding that they have mobile penetration more.
No, then you're talking about one village. You're talking about the village next to your college.
This is also based on secondary research.
Secondary research, do you have electricity connectivity 100 kilometers outside Bombay? I mean, you're going to a village. What are you doing?
Yes, so that's one.
Is that a
that's
smart
one
village?
No. So that's one method that we're going to do.
The other ways also, we're also reaching them through print and also through models like grocery markets and places where they go to buy vegetables. So village markets where people usually go, so we can have demos and pop-up retail there as well for awareness, to tell them what it is and then show them like how TDS is affecting them. So that's the kind of model we'll be creating to create awareness.
Sure.
You have a question?
Thanks.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, team. It's time for another short break. On the other side, our final team for this round from SP Jain will present to the jury. That's up in just a bit. Welcome back. You're watching the semi-final round on Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 7. It's time to call our final team on stage. Team Spacers from SP Jain, Mumbai. Welcome, team. You know you have 3 minutes to make your presentation in front of the jury, after which there will be a Q&A. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Why water purifiers? Municipality का पानी साफ तो होता है.
I use candle filters and sometimes boiled water, but my kids do not like the taste.
I am very careful about my diet and seek nourishment in everything I eat or drink.
Based on these 3 key consumer insights, we have grouped our target market into 3 levels to form a purity pyramid: safety, taste and nourishment.
At the bottom of the pyramid, consumers use basic filtration techniques and wrongly believe that their water is safe to drink. Hence, our value proposition here is safety, where HUL should position its non-electric model, PureIt Classic. Key value driver for this segment is increasing awareness to trigger behavior change. Our primary research revealed a unique network of auxiliary nurse midwives called ANMs and community health workers called CHWs who are key influencers in these close-knit communities. Hence, we bring to you Project Amal, a unique 4-levered partnership scheme with health workers. With a network of 2 lakh ANMs and 6 lakh CHWs, PureIt can reach a large consumer base. First lever is A for approach ANMs, who are the primary point of contact between health centers and communities. Second lever is M for manage, where PureIt will work with CHWs to reach the masses and incentivize them with commission. Third lever is A for aware, where PureIt can leverage the ANM CHW network to raise awareness and communicate the brand message. Fourth lever is L for link, where HUL goes beyond giving monetary benefits by aiding education for children of CHWs under its Unilever Sustainable Living Plan. We strongly believe that Project Amal can establish a powerful and scalable distribution network, thus creating a key differentiator.
At the middle of the pyramid, consumers use safe water but feel that UV filters and boiling water does not taste well. Hence, our value proposition here is taste, where HUL should position its Marvella RO and Ultima models. Key value drivers for this segment include safety, taste, value for money, and influence of friends and neighbors. We propose launching a PR campaign in which 1 rupee bottles called PureIt packets will be sold for a day. This will create a nationwide buzz which PureIt can leverage to popularize the fact that PureIt RO water costs less than a rupee per litre. To connect with housewives, we propose using embedded marketing to promote PureIt through primetime TV shows.
At the top of the pyramid, consumers already use safe and tasty water. However, they seek nutrition in their diet and are willing to pay a premium for it. Hence, our value proposition here is nourishment, for which PureIt should launch a pH-adjustable water purifier, thus bringing a disruption in the purifier market. While alkaline water can superhydrate the body, acidic water can be used for advanced skincare and preserving for frozen food. This water will be branded as PureIt Plus, and an online community called PureIt Plus Club will be formed before its launch. Invite-only members can discuss nutritional needs with experts. The new filter will be first available to club members only and later sold through e-commerce channels. Hence, we believe that this 3-level approach will expand PureIt's penetration in India.
So you've done a very clean cut of 3 sort of need states. Now tell me, first of all, is it so cleanly cut? Is the first question. Is safety not an issue for the middle income consumer? I'm assuming it's also based on whatever SEC or some other income statistics, LSMs. Okay. So do you think it is as cleanly cut as this? And don't you think cutting it by such need states brings up a challenge for you in terms of how you communicate, because the communication will reach a wider set of consumers. So how do you ensure that it's very sort of as cleanly cut as what you have defined here?
So first thing, it's a pyramid. So the taste segment the value proposition for there is taste plus safety, and for nourishment they're already using safe and taste. So it's adding on. So it doesn't mean that taste segment are not looking for safety. So And for communication, we are saying is the markets are different for all three. So for the safety segment, it's mainly top urban, R2, rural and lower urban class, LSM say 1 to 5. And for the taste segment, it's LSM 5 to 9. And nourishment is a futuristic product, which is say LSM 11 plus users will be using. And talking about communication, sir, for safety segment, we are saying that launch project Amal, which is a strong health network mainly in the rural and the lower urban areas. So that marketing will be done totally by the A&Ms, and A&Ms will be there to raise the awareness and sell the product. Whereas in a taste segment, campaigns like 1 rupee bottles and all will work. And nourishment is the e-commerce only segment. So all three are three different strategies for three different markets. So there will be no conflict as such.
Can I just ask two related questions? Yeah? One is, what does the brand stand for? If you're going to do so many things in so many places, yeah, what is the vision for the brand? Have you given it some thought? The second question related to that, I find the choice of markets in safety to be interesting, right? You've got more consumers living in urban India, and then you've gone and chosen to sort of go to rural India through something that you need to create and set up. It's a very long gestation activity, as it were. So can you help me understand that?
So safety will be our main proposition, which every purifier stands for. The other two things, that is nourishment and taste, these are the added value and which will create a brand recall for PureIt as such. As we know, in safe, every purifier claims it's safe water, safe drinking water. But in rural areas and in urban LSM 1 to 5, they do not have the awareness to use the water purifiers. They don't even have water purifier in their priority list. They have this notion that they think whatever water they are using, it's safe and pure, which is why we want to change it further. But for the ROs, like whenever we ask consumers, we did primary research, when we asked which RO you are using, so they always said Kent. Which RO they can associate to, they can use it Kent, because they had the first mover advantage. So that's a different positioning that we want to create for PureIt, so that it sticks to the mind of consumer. And for the nourishment, as such, there's no product currently available in the market. Only Panasonic is there for alkaline water. But since HUL, we want HUL to be the first mover in this segment also, since it also will get the revenue and help them capture a respectable market share in this.
Are you aware of the current penetration of water purifiers in the country?
Yes, 1% in rural and around 15% in urban.
Okay, close to that. So tell me, if you talk about who you're trying to target, in terms of these three need states, how do you think the percentage of market would be? So if you were to assume that you get extra rupees 100 by doing what you're saying we do, how would that 100 be split between these three need states?
Yeah, so currently the RO is your hero product. RO is selling the most, and it's actually the segment is also growing. UV is declining, so you are not proposing that. And then PureIt Classic, the margin is less, but the volume is very high. So in terms of value, I'd suggest if you give me 100 rupees, I would spend a considerable amount for nourishment segment. And in terms of
how much? Give me a number.
Sir, so for the pyramid, the safety and the nourishment segment, we need to invest a lot. Safety because of the project Amal network, and nourishment because of the new product that will be launching. So if given a 100 rupees budget, I'll spend 40 on safety and 40 on nourishment, and the remaining 20 on taste, because in taste you already have a strong GT plus MT and
okay, thank you.
The investment.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, team. Well, that's all we have for you today. Join us next week as 3 more teams present their marketing solutions on the case study for PureIt to the jury. Until then, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.